What kind of shark was it that you
Blue,
catch?
all blue sharks mainly, but out by the Eddystone there was a good run of porpoises and mackerel sharks. That is where they used to be always. They go after the big pullock and that's their main quarry, like, you know, they like that sort of fish.
Yeah.
But the blue sharks, they eat mainly mackerel or pilchards, and that was the ones that we were pestered with.
Yeah.
Sometimes your nets in the nets you use were 60 fathom long, and a lot of times they'd been damaged that much that you had to unscun the joints, take one net out, and you'd have what you call a shore scruffer, a fisherman that had retired, and he would do a few jobs inshore for you for a bit of stocker at the end of the week, like a shore scruffer they called it. You'd have to take a net ashore now and then to have it all repaired because it was damaged so bad.
Yeah.
Because back then a net would be about £40, and that was, you know, that was quite expensive at the time, but that was what would happen to that lot. But we went sharking in the Eileen, eventually fitted her out a bit for sharking. When Father retired, I was left with a boat to run the Eileen. And it was quite nice, really. The girl, I had two daughters, they were young, like 8 years old, and they used to come down after school with a wife and make me like, and have us come aboard, sit down. But I enjoyed the sharking, really. It was all right. It was very, very nice. Best job I ever done in my life was when I started unwinding, I took to crabbing and lobstering in a 20-foot boat called the Beaver. And that was good. I enjoyed doing that. You had 200 pots, 200 lobster pots. You'd have to go up in the autumn and you'd get pilchards from Mill Bay Dock, from the Silver Harvester, which was a big pair trawler. He'd give me a ring, or I'd give him a ring, and he'd say, I'll be in at midnight with pilchards if you want, and he'd come up. Yeah. So I'd get a couple lorries from Looe, a lorry driver, go up and get 2 ton of pilchards, salt them all in, and you had to get them salted in before Christmas to get them nice and oily. Yeah. Because then the lobsters, they prefer oily bait to fresh bait. The crab, if you wanted to go crabs only, you just want to use fresh bait. But if you after lobsters, which I was, then you need oily bait, salted bait, that all the oil comes out and make like a trail behind it. And that was quite good. That was, used to catch nearly 2,000 lobsters as a summer. That was, you know, out of 200 odd pots. Like it was all right. Not many crabs. The crabs, they seem to diminish a bit. I don't know why, but they seem to be gone a bit.
So, you built the TOMS though, is that right?
I built the TOMS out at Arthur Berry's farm. I bought the hole down at, Padstow. I bought the hole down at Padstow and took her out, had her delivered out at Longco Farm. Tony Barry was a good mate of mine, Arthur Barry's son, and I built her out there, fitted her out there for crabbing. Yeah.
So how long did you go crabbing in her?
14 year. Oh, wow. About 14 year. And then the ladder go, I finished up 4 or 5 year on the ferry, taking people over and back the river.
Yeah, and she still does that now as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, that was the ladder go.
Yeah.
That was meant, when it was organised years and years ago, it was really meant for old retired fishermen. Yeah. But a lot of other people that could afford a 12 or 14 foot boat got in on it, right? And you know. Yeah. But it was all right. I've enjoyed my life really. The best days of my life really was crabbing. That was my favourite job, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah. You used to go out, and if the water was clear, you'd be in about 6 foot deep of water, and if you had like steaming along close to the shore about 2 mile an hour, that's all you'd be going, and you'd be looking down to see what you call a sandy pill, which was a pill about 3 feet across in the middle of rocks anywhere. Well, if you could find one of those, you could guarantee you'd have a lobster there the next day, even might be a couple lobsters. Oh, right. They liked the sandy pills rather than on the whole solid rock. Yeah. And that was, I used to spend quite a lot of time from Looe to Pulpero, that was my main base, and then round the island and in, like, that was where I used to lay the pots, put them out. Yeah, it's all right, I enjoyed that.